This is a HeadGum podcast.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Like, to check that you've got a good assortment of sparkling water options stocked in the fridge so that you have a mild hint of flavor that suits every moment of the day.
Checking first is smart, so check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Handsome, chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod. Chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod.
Pretty little episode. Welcome to the pretty little episode, Handsome Pod. It's your buddy Fortune Feimster here.
And your bud, Mae Martin.
And we're having the best day ever because we're together.
And that's all we need to make it through this life.
And we're gonna skip and jump and run over the rainbows.
Run through the meadows like you're my wife.
Like you're my wife. That's it.
There's not many meadows in LA. Like, isn't that kind of a British thing, a meadow?
Yeah, there's a lot of meadows over there. Across the pond.
Yeah, across the pond is such an annoying phrase when you think about it.
Is that right?
Across the pond.
Just a hop and a skip over to London town. Do you ever hear from any British folks? Do they listen to the Handsome Pod?
Yeah, well, when I went on tour there with the music, there were tons of Handsome t-shirts in the crowd. And
really?
Yeah, really, really. And of course, Debbie came to the show.
That's right.
But she doesn't listen to the pod, which I think is probably for the best.
That's for the best.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Do you think there's anyone in Japan who listens to the pod?
You know what? This is a nice time for us to find out. If you live in Japan and you listen to the pod, let us know.
Yeah, please let us know, because I'll go there.
Yeah, I would love to go to Japan.
I'm desperate to, actually, because you know why, Fortune?
Why?
I feel like this might intrigue you. You know cheese slices, like Kraft singles.
I do know of these, yes.
Yes. So in Japan, apparently they have chocolate slices that are wrapped like cheese slices, and they're like kind of bendy like that, and they're like Kraft singles but chocolate.
Every person I've heard who's been to Japan says the food's amazing, and that even going into like their 7-Eleven, whatever that is like the food's so good and fresh, and it makes me so curious to go.
I know, and everyone says that the people are great, and you got like the crazy city, and then there's these beautiful mountains and like
onsen. Is it the cherry trees?
Cherry blossoms.
Cherry blossoms, yeah.
Yeah.
Those pictures of that, so beautiful.
Is it bad that I kind of judge people when they're like, I just want to see the cherry blossoms one time in Japan one day? I'm like, okay, what about other things though? Like,
that's it. Just see those trees.
Do you like that?
Trees. I love trees in a weird way because when I was growing up, my grandmother was kind of my chauffeur when I was in elementary school and junior high, and her big thing was trees. And so we would be driving, and she would always like point out different trees and like tell me what kind of trees they were. And when my friends would be in the car, like she'd take us to practice, and she'd be like, "There's the cherry trees, or here's a pear tree, or all these different things." And so now I always notice trees because of her.
That's so nice. I really like that. You'll have that your whole life.
Yeah.
Because if you forget to notice them. But once you start noticing them, you're like, oh, they're everywhere and they're so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
but my first house I bought, I bought because they had these two giant, beautiful trees, and reminded me of my grandmother.
That's really nice.
And it ended up being like that will forever be my like, home in my heart.
Oh, that first home that you bought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I just saw a thing on Instagram. I guess I follow a lot of witches and who do spells. And I saw a thing on Instagram that was like, if someone's wronged you, just tell the trees and they will get revenge through
the trees.
It was like whisper the name to a tree and then tell them injustice has been done, and then the tree will through the
Trees
network
talk to each other.
Yes, and it was like just
The
you
trees
wait.
network.
Yeah, yeah.
Never heard that, but I guess I don't think I follow any witches on Instagram, so maybe
Well, that's your first
that's
mistake.
part of it.
Yeah, you
No,
gotta follow some
you
witches.
follow a bunch of witches just because you are intrigued by that world.
Yeah, and I'm looking for shortcuts, and I should be going to therapy twice a
What
week.
are the shortcuts though?
Oh,
Like
spells.
if they could just make a spell, I'll get over this heartbreak or whatever it is.
Or
Instead of like, let me do the work.
Yes,
to get
exactly. Like
over
for
this.
instance, I have 4 candles, yellow, white, black, and red. And then
Okay.
I follow this one witch who will be like, oh, this is a spell for like stepping into your power. And it's like, light the red candle and say these words and write it down and fold the paper over. I know it's probably nothing, but there's also some power in like vocalizing out loud. Like I think words are powerful, and yeah, so I'm doing some spells sometimes. Not like love spells on people, but more like like self-help spells. But I gotta
Healing
go to therapy.
yourself spells.
Yeah, because we're
Okay.
powerful.
I know we're powerful, but also
Girl.
guess what's powerful? Your mind.
Yes.
They say mind over matter.
Well, I think
You can train your brain to do some
Yeah.
powerful things, right?
Oh, totally. Yeah, we shape our realities.
Yeah.
But then maybe I told you this already or said it on the pod, but sometimes I'll scroll past something and I just accept everything as like potentially true. And there was this picture of a horse, and it was like this beautiful close up of the horse's eye, and it was like every time you look in a horse's eye, you're looking into a mirror of the parts of you that need love the most. And I was like, huh, yeah. And then I scrolled and then I was like, wait a second. No, what? You're just looking at a horse. Like, what do you mean?
I do love that you're just like, yeah, that's gotta be right.
Yeah, gotta be true. Said it on the picture.
I don't think I've looked a lot of horses in the eye, truth be told.
That's
I said
me
it again.
neither.
God, Tig pointed that out, and now.
Oh, truth be told.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
didn't realize I said that as much as I do.
Yeah.
Oh,
I never
Tig.
noticed till she said it either.
Yeah, but Tig's too observant.
Very observant, and it'll come out right at the right moment.
I was scrolling through my TikTok the other day, and someone had posted Tig's Taylor Dane story from This American Life.
Oh, it's so
And
good.
I just sat and watched. It was like a 4-part TikTok.
You
I just watched the whole thing.
Well, I just watched and shared the video of you and Ginger on stage talking about gay awakenings.
Oh, yeah.
And
you did?
Yeah,
I don't think I realized it.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Like her comic timing.
She's very funny.
She gets the assignment, and she
loves the stage, loves attention.
Yeah. She was cracking me up. Her friend that wouldn't go to Brokeback Mountain with her because her hair is too short.
Her friend would not. Back in the day, she told this story where she wanted to go see Brokeback Mountain, and her friend wouldn't go because people would think they were gay.
Because her hair was too short.
Her hair was too short.
I love that.
I was like, that is the wildest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But,
let's dive into some questions.
Get to some questions.
Hello, handsome pod. My name is Zirdan, and I am 5 years old. And my question for you is, have you ever gotten in trouble at school before?
Oh my God, that is so cute.
That is the best. That's our first question from a 5-year-old for sure.
That made my day.
Yeah, me too.
Just that little 5-year-old voice.
Yeah.
Hi, handsome, I have a question.
Oh
that's
my God.
That's my 5-year-old voice.
What a little dreamboat. I'm scared that I can't share the things that I got in trouble for. Like, I want it to be.
You probably got in trouble quite a bit, right?
Oh my God.
Let's just go with that first.
But I was never rude or loud or like I wouldn't show up, or I wouldn't do my homework.
Yeah.
Or I mean, I had a crush on my grade 6 teacher, Miss Garreau.
Obviously.
I've been trying to find her ever since, Melanie Garreau. Never found her. Anyway, she was an incredible teacher, and I had not done my homework 9 times in a row. And so she said that she would, like, every time I didn't do the homework, I'd have to meet her after class. to do the homework, like at
and you
lunch
did
or
it
whatever.
on purpose.
Well, then I was like, okay, and then because I
You're
loved
like,
hanging
now
out with
we're
her.
talking some one-on-one time.
Exactly. And she would sometimes bring like a chocolate bar or something if I did good. Like it was great. So yeah, not doing homework was big. And then getting into shame spirals and a web of lies of being like, at one time I gaslit. Like I was like, I did hand it in. I said, I put it in your hand. And the woman was like, no, you didn't. And I was like, I don't know what's going on here. You have it in for me.
How old were you?
13.
Wow.
I was like, I literally put it in your hand. She was like, what are you talking about? I think I stuck with it to the point that she was like, wait, when? Like in the hall? I guess maybe you could have
put that teacher in therapy.
That's fucked
being
up.
Like, because that was before people really understood what gaslighting was.
I would know.
She was like, this kid just, I know that this did not happen the way they're saying.
Yeah. What about you? You didn't
I was
get much...
so good. I was such a rule follower. I have been a rule follower my whole life.
Should we meet up and break a rule?
What's that?
We should meet up and just break some rules, even if that's little things. Jaywalk.
I don't even know if I can. I don't know if I have it in me. I mean, I did get in trouble at times. I would say if I ever got like fussed at, it would have been for talking too much.
Yeah.
Or like trying to crack jokes. I think I did give a kid the middle finger when I was in first grade.
Whoa, in first grade? Oh my God, picturing you.
I had 2 older brothers, so I would just like see things they did and not really realize what I was doing.
You at 6 flipping the bird to some other kid is so good.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Like, to check if your favorite teacher from when you were growing up still remembers you. Write your old teachers a letter and let them know how much they meant to you.
Checking first is smart, so check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
What do you think they did to piss you off?
I don't know, but that was wild.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I used to flip my brothers off and be like, Mom, Price gave me the bird. And she'd be like, Price. And I'd be like,
no way. And then you do it back when your mom was
and I would be behind her flipping them off some more.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So I did like cheeky stuff like that. But
yeah,
at school, I was very dialed in.
Yeah.
Straight A's for a long time.
You were there to learn.
Some B's every now and then. Perfect attendance. I had perfect attendance from 7th grade through till college.
Oh my God.
And in college I only missed 2 classes for like no reason, and then I had to miss some classes for tennis.
Oh my
but
God.
I was such a good kid, student, all the things.
Holy. Perfect attendance is really hard to do. I remember being in elementary school, and that school went all the way up to grade 13 or whatever, and I knew that like in grade 7 you were allowed to leave the premises for lunch, within a 2-block radius, and then come back and you'd get your like $5 from your parents. And I was like, as soon as I am allowed to do that, like, you better believe I'm skipping class. I'm going further afield. I'm going to get on the subway and go downtown. Like, yeah.
I probably could have gotten in trouble at times in high school. Like I talked about this before when I did the morning announcements.
Oh my God, the morning announcements.
Hey, y'all, we're going to go to Mr. Smith's class at 3 o'clock. Make sure you have your chessboards if you want to go join the chess club. But we would leave all the time to go to different restaurants around town to like grab breakfast. And like by all accounts, we should have gotten in trouble, but because I was such a good student and I was very charming and all the teachers really loved me because I really loved them.
Yeah.
Everyone was just like, she's
let her
great.
do
Like,
it. Yeah.
What are we gonna say?
See, that's the way to hack the system, and that's what I never understood and should have.
Oh, I was in tight with all the teachers.
Yeah, I should have done.
But
enough.
When I would talk to them like we were all old friends.
Oh, I fully thought my teachers were my equals and friends.
My senior year, I was like, "Hey, bud, what's up?"
Yeah. Because
I had my oldest brother was almost 7 years older than me, So I was used to talking with older people. So I would just chat with my teachers when I was in high school, like we were friends, like college friends.
You got to.
But I also, my senior year, we had like all these teachers that were like 22
Yeah.
and 23. So they were fun. I was like, I want to be friends with these teachers.
Wait, I just realized that we get to hear the answer of this sweet little. Okay, Zerdan.
And I accidentally ripped a Pete the Cat book.
Okay, listen.
Okay.
The key word there is accidentally. Like, you should not get in trouble if it's an accident. And
See, Mae already has the excuses ready.
No, seriously.
What
don't
was
hold
it?
on
Cat
to that.
book? Textbook? What was this?
Pete the Cat book.
Pete the Cat book?
I don't know what that is, but I'm going to be looking into it.
Maybe the Pete the Cat book was accidentally ripped.
That's what it sounds like, but I don't think that you should have gotten in trouble. And I think that, if anything, your enthusiasm for the book probably ripped it. And it's great to be enthusiastic about books.
It sure is. Sometimes books get ripped.
Yeah, if I was your teacher, I'd go, there's a learning moment here.
Mm-hmm. Glad you're reading.
I'd say sometimes we love things so much that we hurt them by accident.
Mm-hmm.
Should we hear another question?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Lee from Black Mountain, North Carolina. My question is, if there was a sitcom about you, what would the title and the premise be?
Oh my God.
Fellow North Carolinian. Shout out.
Yeah.
I was just in North Carolina visiting my folks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was nice. My parents have been divorced 30 years, and I'll never not enjoy I had breakfast with the two of them, and it is a treat.
Oh man, that is nice. Yeah.
A sitcom.
I mean, mine
based
would be
on
called
your
Feel
life.
Good.
I know you're like, I've done it.
It would be called Feel Good, and it'd be a comedy drama for sure.
You came up on my TikTok too.
I did?
Yeah. Feel Good, clips of Feel Good.
Oh, nice.
Your hair was so blonde.
It was so blonde, and also my jeans were so skinny, and my eyebrows were quite thin.
I didn't notice that about your eyebrows, but it is. I watched that whole series. Was that pandemic times?
It was, yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah, it was great.
What would yours be? Would it be a pun on Fortune? I like that she said sitcom. It's like it's very like.
Mine's already been done. It's called The Golden Girls.
Yes. Like maybe mine would be like.
That would be my dream though. When I'm like 80, or I don't know how old they were, but let's say 70.
Yeah.
At that point, you're just like in caftans with your friends eating cheesecake. That's not a bad life.
Oh, it's not bad. Yeah, I'd watch that sitcom.
Yeah.
So maybe it would be a pun. It would be like Wheel of Fortune or something, or something. Are you picking up Biggie right now, or just touching him?
This is Biggie. Yeah, he's being squirrely right now.
Oh, I saw you. He'd be in the show for sure. And you guys would have a theme song.
I'll get you some more. He's huffing and puffing in the mic. Say hi to everybody.
Can we hear him in the mic? Can we see if we hear that?
You can hear his licking his lips.
I can hear him panting.
I'll get you some water, baby bear.
Oh my God.
No, is it are we saying a sitcom that's already been done, or
no.
What would the sitcom be?
What would it be? Like mine might be like Making It Right, but it's spelled MAE, and the theme song's like making it right, making it wrong. Sometimes you gotta just get along. And it's me like walking down the street. Yeah, what would yours be?
Yeah, Fortune would definitely have to be in the title.
Yeah.
Like my special Good Fortune or something like that.
Good Fortune, you're not gonna get a better name than that. That's a great name.
And something about like my trying to be a good, but like she's always quirky and just a hair off.
Yeah.
Like kind of like Everybody Loves Raymond, but in that vein of like.
Yeah, and your parents would be characters in it, and maybe you'd have a wacky neighbor.
Be based on my life. They're divorced but friends, and
yes,
they're really involved in my life too much, and my mom's always like trying to give me advice, and it's terrible advice, and I'm like, Mom, ugh.
Your mom would get a round of applause from the studio audience every time she walked in.
Yeah, she'd be a big character in this series.
Yeah.
I actually sold a sitcom based on my life.
Did you?
Loosely.
Yeah.
And we filmed it for ABC back in the day. It was called Family Fortune.
A pilot?
And yeah, it was a pilot. Tina Fey was the producer.
What?
With Robert Carlock, who they did 30 Rock, together. And it was really great. It was a great pilot. I co-wrote it with Matt Hubbard, also 30 Rock writer, and also created Loot on Apple with that Maya Rudolph show, right? It's called Loot, I think.
Yeah.
And this was 2015, and I played I played a teacher, a PE teacher, who in the pilot episode comes out to her Southern parents as gay. Annie Potts played my mom.
Oh my God.
John from Designing Women. I know you and Tig were not
I don't know
Designing Women folks. This amazing actor, John Carroll Lynch, played my dad. It was such a fun, I'm biased, but I thought it was such a fun show.
Where can I watch this? Do you have it still?
No one, it will never see the light of day. We filmed it. It was great, but they did not pick it up.
Can we have a secret screening of it?
I probably have a DVD of it somewhere. I'll have to find it.
A DVD.
But it's sitcom-y, so there's like funny.
I love a sitcom.
They're funny jokes, but it's also got that like want kind of feeling too. But
I like that.
Just Annie Potts playing my mom was like unbelievable. Her name was Ginger and everything.
No way.
Yeah.
One thing I love is the comeback with Lisa Kudrow.
Oh yeah.
I just love the way they parody sitcoms, and like she is an ex sitcom star who gets a part on another sitcom. They do all that thing of like, the studio audience laughing.
I'm developing stuff all the time, but I've been thinking about taking another swing at a life story, loosely based. It's not. It's very made up as well.
Yeah.
But it would be more in the vein of like a dramedy now.
Yeah, I think there's an appetite for that now. People want a sprinkling of trauma in there.
Well, I think they more want things to feel real.
Yeah,
now.
People are craving like authenticity, I think. Yeah.
Exactly.
Should we hear Lee's answer?
Yeah.
The answer to my question is the title to my sitcom would be Say What? And the premise would be every episode I have some weird, awkward, or inappropriate exchange with a family member or a friend.
Say what?
Say what?
I love it.
Do you remember, is it Best in Show or one of those movies where Fred Willard has a catchphrase that's, "What happened?"
What happened? Oh, yeah. It was one of those Christopher Guest movies.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. What happened?
A Mighty Wind, maybe?
Yeah, maybe it was a Mighty Wind. Yeah. Amazing.
God, Best in Show is so good.
All those movies
I gotta go back and watch that movie again.
It's so genius. And Waiting for Guffman is
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was just watching The Last of Us last night, and Catherine O'Hara is amazing in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Bella, who was asked the question of the Handsome Pod.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Bella asked, like, about
early days.
Biting tinfoil or something. It was like, would you rather bite tinfoil or...
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been a true joy.
Yes, it has, May. Well, if you want to ask us any questions, you never know which pair of us you'll get. And that's the fun of it. But we'd love to hear from you. You can go to speakpipe.com/handsome. Ask any question you want. You could also ask for advice. Pretty good at that too. We just love hearing from you guys and love what this brings up for us because we never know what's going to be asked. It's a little jaunt down memory lane sometimes, and then other times I go, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, now I'm going to be Googling Pete the Cat.
Yeah, Pete the Cat.
But yeah, spread the word, send your questions, and until then,
keep it
pretty handsome. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Like to check that you've got some coasters to protect the surface of that beautiful new coffee table you just paid way too much money for. It's important to respect the wood.
Checking first is smart, so check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
That was a HeadGum podcast.